Sony Playstation over the past couple of years have been having a very negative PR. It's been very interesting seeing how low companies can go down these days with Nintendo and Sony, and it really does feel like they just have a competition to see who can go the lowest. But now in a weird twist, it seems like Sony's really trying to get on people's good sides. Is this out of goodwill or something else? What I'm talking about is Sony removing their region restrictions on 4 games they have ported onto the PC. So what's going on here exactly? What happened? Well, my dear viewer, we will be establishing a timeline and hopefully coming down to a reasonable conclusion. Alright, let's begin. On February 8th, 2024, Helldivers launched on PC and PlayStation 5. At this point, you can actually see on the official Steam page that it does say requires third-party account PlayStation Network in order to play this game. But when the game launched, it was an optional thing. So it allowed people to play the game without linking a PlayStation account. But on May 2nd, 2024, Sony came out of the woodworks and announced that the PlayStation Network account linking will be mandatory for all PC players. And from the day of that announcement, Sony gave everybody a grace period until June 4th to make an account and link it. Now, this announcement did spark widespread outrage, especially from the people that actually can't make a PSN account. Because Sony is not supported worldwide, there are countries that have no access to the system, which means if those people from those countries were to buy the game, they cannot play it. Then on May 3rd, the game gets review bombed on Steam. Everything was going haywire. The good reputation that Helldivers has built up for itself has just fell down in a sea of negative reviews. I mean, look at this freaking picture. It's crazy. The game was also delisted from the countries that you could not make a PlayStation Network account in, and the number of countries was 170. May 6th, after seeing all the different reactions from backlashes to boycotting and refunds, Sony actually backs down from the mandatory PlayStation Network account linking. However, they did not remove the restrictions from the previously discussed 170 countries, so they were still behind the PlayStation Network region restrictions. Fast forwarding in time, late 2024, early 2025, after the whole Helldivers 2 fiasco, we see the release of God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2, Last of Us Part 2 Remaster, but we still have the region restrictions up. And the biggest problem with that is the fact that these games are all single player. God damn it. These games are all single player games with no online components to them. Why are they still restricted? Now here's where things get interesting. A game by the name of Stellar Blade gets its demo released on Steam, and people are loving it. They are enjoying it so much that Sony just said, you know what, let's remove the region restrictions. Because they were still planning on releasing it on June 11th with the restrictions, but they just didn't do it. They saw the positive reactions on the demo. So why would you restrict yourself from printing money? And then lo and behold, on June 13th, Sony quietly removes their region restrictions from Helldivers 2, God of War Ragnarok, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, and Spider-Man 2. And everyone lived happily ever after. So in conclusion, you know who everybody has to thank? Stellar Blade. A good amount of people played the demo for Stellar Blade, and it brought Sony back to their senses. It's all fun and games, but it does suck that for those 170 countries, they didn't have access to certain games. As much as people like to make fun of the fact that people in Afghanistan, Madagascar, Zimbabwe can't play these games, but at the same time, you have countries like Georgia, Latvia, Lithuania, Egypt. They can't play these games. For what reason? And region locking by itself is a pain in the ass. This is the kind of wins we have to see as consumers, because now it has proven that, hey, do not block off access to your games and you will make money. Like, are you serious? Why would you even do this in the first place? The only reason you're doing it is because you have a thick head. Now, only time will tell if Sony will stick by their guns, or will they go back on their word. And that's the end of the video. Hey, did you enjoy it? Why not like, subscribe, and tell me in the comment section below. Are you satisfied with what PlayStation has done? Or what else do they have to do? And if you didn't like this video, hey, I'm not gonna tell you not to dislike it, you can go right ahead. And hope to see you here next time. See ya.